Midnight hangs like a glove on my wrist. Perfume and bourbon too close to resist. The room leans soft, the air tastes slow, and I'm dressed in silence from head to toe. He sat like trouble in a tailored coat, silver lights sliding out of his throat. I smile through smoke, pour the charm, let him think I was safe in his arms. But darling, I sip it like expensive wine, only once and never past the line. He tried to dance past where I've been, but some stories don't need an end. One more look, one more sigh, one last sip before goodbye. No strings tied, no need to cry. He got a taste, not a supply. I love like jazz, off the beat, warm and wild, never sweet. My heels echo like a woman who knows where the door is and how it goes. He played his hand with trembling grace, but I've left better at a slower pace. The velvet clung like a second skin, catching the heat I carry within. His eyes were asking, his voice grew low, but I've learned the slower you leave, the better the show. One more wink, one more lie, one last sip before goodbye. No name needed, no alibi. I'm the question he won't defy. I love like dust, soft and slight, here then gone without a why. No promises past these lips, just lipstick prints on untouched sips. Let him wonder what he missed in that pause before the kiss. The curtain falls, the shadows stay. He'll recall me in shades of gray, but my name floats where the cool inside. With the last sip before goodbye. ashtray full, but I'm still lit. One glass left and I won't quit. He danced through the door like a summer sin. Now the silence wraps me from within. Silk slipped off my shoulder, lace turned cold. Told him my name, but not what it sold. He moved like a promise, dipped in gin. Left with a lie and a phantom grin. Oh, the trumpet's weak. What I won't say is a woman's world at the end of the day. I burn slow, but never for sure. They come for the fire, not the glow. Smoke for two, but I'm alone, dancing with ghosts I used to own. The mirror don't lie, it just reflects a heart in heels, collecting debts. I love like rain, soft but true. Now I drink in silence, smoke for two. He called me sugar, called me flame, but every man's song sounds the same. He played the keys, but missed the tune. Too many boys try to chase the moon. My perfume still thick in the velvet air, but my hands hold nothing, just midnight and flare. One last look, one last sip, painted lips and a sinking ship. Smoke for two and a shadow view of what he said and what was true. Love don't knock, it slips right in. Takes your life, then drinks your gin. I gave it style, I gave it blues, but I lied alone. Smoke for two. Somewhere he's laughing, probably free, but baby, that freedom cost losing me. And I sit proud in my little booth, wearing green like a tale of truth. Lipstick traces on a crystal lip. No regrets, just the slowest slip. Curtains fall and the night's in view. Just me, the glass, and smoke for two. The night was thin, the room was wide. You stood half in, half outside. One hand on the coat, one foot in place. I memorized his leaving face. I said, "You're staying just one time." Poured his drink, didn't beg on mine. He looked away, said, I don't know. And I learned all I needed to know. He watched the window like it spoke, like silence was some kind of joke. I didn't cry, didn't implore, I just stopped holding the door. I asked once, that was all. Didn't plead, didn't stall. You either step in or disappear, but don't pretend you were near. I gave him stillness, not a stunt, and I only asked once. He lingered like a man unsure, but I don't beg, I just endure. One chance to turn, one chance to stay, and love that leaves don't get replayed. He'll say I closed the door too fast, but he mistook me for his past. I never asked for grand or loud, just a man who'd stay unbowed. I asked once, that was it. Didn't cry, didn't split. He had the room, he had the floor. He just never crossed the door. He'll miss the strength behind the stunt, but I only asked once. Some women wait till voices break. I wait till silence takes its shape, and when he finds an echo's trace, it'll be my voice he can't replace. So tell him all I walked away, that I don't fight when men won't stay. I soft, no push, no dance, just once, only once. The drink was strong, the night was slow. I watched him leave but didn't show. He didn't ask, I didn't stay. There's power in what you don't say. He held my hand like something right, but right don't always make it night. We danced around what we both knew, that some things warm, then pass right through. He said goodbye like men do best, without a bruise, without a mess. And I just nodded, played the part, while quiet screamed inside my heart. Is what I didn't say, that hangs around and won't obey. Didn't ask him not to go, didn't beg, didn't show, left the truth where shadows lay. It's louder now, what I didn't say. I could have stopped him with a name, could have spoken soft, not played the game. But silence wears a sweeter face when goodbye needs more grace. I let the silence take the floor, didn't chase, didn't close the door. Now every quiet thing I hear feels like words he didn't fear. It's what I didn't say that haunts the bed at end of day. Didn't ask for one last look, didn't read from my own book. Let the truth just float away. It lingers now, what I didn't say. Some hearts are lost in spoken lines, but mine got trapped in quiet signs. And if he hears me in some song, he'll know the words I kept too long. I wore red lips and didn't speak, let pride sit tall where I felt weak. But darling, silence still betrays, and I live loud in what I didn't say. He touched the edge, but not the core. Knocked on my heart, then checked the door. I watched him stumble through the sway, but he never made it all the way. He knew the lines, he knew the pace, kissed like he could own a space. But when I leaned, he leaned away. like truth was something he couldn't say. He danced me close but kept his name. Loved the heat but not the flame. I gave him slow, I gave him stay, but he never made it. All the way, he never made it. All the way, got lost in light, not in the gray. Touched the dress but not the skin. Whispered love but not within. He had the song but couldn't play. No, he never made it all the way. He held my waist like it was glass, afraid to break what couldn't last. I left the door half open wide, but it never stepped inside. He said I made him feel too much, so he settled for the softer touch. And I just smiled, turned away, 'cause I've seen men go halfway. He never made it all the way, just close enough to fade and fray. He read the script but missed the cue. Said I want you like half true. I gave him night, he brought the day, but no, he never made it. Oh, hey, I don't need perfect, I don't need more, just someone who walks through the whole damn door. For boys like him, they drift, they stay till it's time to slip away. So here's to men who almost stay, who kiss your hands then walk away. I let him in but not to stay, 'cause he never made it. I didn't shout, didn't raise my voice, didn't fight like it was some choice. Just folded time like linen clean and stepped away from what had been. He said you'll leave like all the rest, and I just smiled in my best dress. No need to break what's already loose, no need for drama in a quiet truce. I wore goodbye like a tailored thing, smooth on the surface, tight in the seam. He waited for the storm, the tear, but I just walked down soft and stayed. didn't slam the door. I left the lamp, the lighter too. Let the room still smell like you. Didn't clear the drawer or cut the thread. I just wore peace instead of dread. I wrote no note, I left no scar. Didn't say where or who we are. He'll check his watch, he'll check the bed, and wonder why I'm in his head. I didn't slam the door, didn't leave him less, didn't ask for more. I didn't beg, didn't plead to stay. I just let the silence lead the way. He'll miss me more than if I swore, 'cause I didn't slam the door. Some women burn, some women bruise, some women leave like something true. I don't erase, I don't restore, I just walk and close the door. So pour him one, let the jukebox spin, let him wonder where I've been. He thought love came loud and poor, but I left and didn't slam the door. He said, "Don't you wanna stay?" I smiled and looked the other way. Not all endings beg for pain. Some just leave before the rain. He gave me warmth, a steady hand, said all the things good men had planned. But I was smoke and he was home, and some hearts aren't meant to own. He looked at me like I was gold, too bright, too rare, too hard to hold. But I've learned love can rot in place, so I walked before the taste. I left while it was beautiful, while the wine still held its pull. Before the fight, before the scar, while we still danced where soft things are. He gave me all, but I felt beautiful, so I left while it was beautiful. He never knew I'd planned the lead between the verses in my sleeve. I kissed him like I meant to stay, but part of me was slipping away. I didn't pack, just changed my shoes and wore my silence like the news. No slam door, no final cry, just lipstick and a cleaner sky. I left while it was beautiful, before the bitter, before the dull, while my laugh still matched his sound, before I felt the settling ground. He called it sudden, maybe cruel, but I left while it was beautiful. beautiful. Some women stay until they break. I leave while there's still something to take. A little love, a little pride, a little light before the slide. Maybe someday he'll understand. I didn't run, I didn't land, I just let go when hearts were full. I left while it was beautiful. He smiled like a man who'd wait, but I've never been one to hesitate. He held my hand like he believed, and I wore doubt on every sleeve. He asked where I kept my heart. I said somewhere not too smart. He kissed me like he'd found the gold, but darling, I don't trade or fold. He gave me poems I didn't read, offered roots where I plant need, but I don't bloom for every touch. And maybe I knew he felt too much. He wanted more than I gave, more than smiles that learn to behave, more than nights that taste like wine, more than words that dance not bind. I was warm but never brave, and he wanted more than I gave. He left a book I never opened, a note inside I never spoken. He made a home where I don't stay. I'm the kind that moves away. I watched him go without a word. Let silence echo what he heard. Some women cry, some women chase. I just let time replace his face. He wanted more than I gave. wanted more than I gave. I could have loved him, that I know, but could have stays when you don't show. And some regrets don't beg or save, they just sleep in what you gave. So raise a glass to what won't be, to the man who saw too much of me. He reached for fire I wouldn't break. He wanted more than I gave. I didn't cry, didn't slam the glass, didn't ask why or dwell on the past. I just stood and smoothed my dress, left the mess in its Sunday best. He said, "You'll call." I smiled, "We'll see." Truth never had to shout for me. He reached for words, but found none near, and I filled that space with something clear. I walked out slow, no final kiss, no need to mark what won't be missed. But as I crossed that hallway light, I made sure the silence fit just right. I took the silence with me, left the perfume, left the key, took the quiet from his bed, took the echo of what he said. Didn't take revenge or plea, just took the silence with me. He'll fill the room with louder things, new names, new jokes, new wedding rings, but none will fit the hush I gave that lingers like an unmarked grave. I won't be in the photos framed, but when the music dies, he'll name the only one who left no sound and still could shake his ground. I took the silence with me, not his heart, not his plea. Left the stories, kept my tone, left him loud but left alone. He won't say it truthfully, but I took the silence with me. Some goodbyes don't slam or break, they just dissolve for your own sake. And when he speaks of me too late, he'll choke on what I didn't say. No footsteps sharp, no glass to sweep, just me and the quiet I chose to keep. He thought I was lonely, thought I was new, thought he'd teach me a thing or two. But I've been dressed in sweeter lies and left men blinking in their own disguise. He pulled a chair, flashed that grin, like he knew where to begin. But baby, I've met that kind of man. I smiled slow and took command. He said, "You dangerous." I said, "Correct." He poured the gin, I drank respect, let him think he held the flame, while I forgot to ask his name. I played him like smoke, soft in the pool, gone when he spoke, curled round his hand, kissed his throat, then vanished inside my coat. He came for fire, but missed the joke, 'cause baby, I played him like smoke. I leaned in close, gave him heat, tapped my glass across my feet, let him taste what he thought was real. But I don't sign what I don't feel. He said, "You feel like something rare." I said, "Then keep your hands right there." He blinked too slow, the game was won. I was gone before song one. I played him like smoke, never loud, never broke, gave him just enough to chase, but never let him find my face. He begged for truth behind the cloak, but I just smiled and played like smoke. He thought I'd need what he was selling, didn't know I write the spelling. Some girls cry when they get burned. I exhale and never turn. So light your match, enjoy the game, but don't forget I know your name. Next time you speak to fire and cloak, remember how I played like smoke. He said I was loud without a sound, too much heat just sitting down. He smiled like he could keep my fire, but baby, I burn a little higher. He bought the drink, watched me sip, tried to tame me with his grip. Said your trouble wrapped in silk and light. I said you're not wrong, but you ain't right. He talked like he could handle flame, but melted just saying my name. He wanted curves, but not the cost. Thought he could leave, but he got lost. I'm too much woman for the room, too much velvet, too much bloom, too much hush that says too much pride to soften touch. You want it slow, much woman for the road. He danced around, tried to keep pace, but I don't shrink to fit a space. He said I shine too bright to hold. I said, baby, I was born to burn gold. I ain't the kind you dim or steer. I speak in silk, but make it clear. He left quiet, shoes untied. Couldn't take the woman he denied. I'm too much woman for the room. Too much truth, too much perfume, too much gaze you can't unsee, too much soul that won't agree. You want it dusk, I rise like noon. I'm too much woman for the He'll tell him I was too intense, too sharp, too free, too self-defense. But every man who walks away still hears my heels when silence plays. So light me low and pour me right, but don't expect a softer light. I don't apologize, don't resume. I'm too much woman for the room. Still hanging by the stair, but your voice ain't in the air. You left with grace without a sound, but baby ghosts still hang around. You took your time, didn't rush, said your piece without a crush. You didn't beg, you didn't plead, just left me in a softer need. The bed's still warm on one side, but my pride refused to hide. I watched you fade through that frame and never once called your name. I didn't lock the door, I didn't cry or hit the floor, just let the silence stretch and play. Back someday. I didn't beg. still hums your song, but I don't hum it for too long. I wear your favorite shade of red, but only when I make the bed. I didn't say you couldn't call, didn't block you, curse you, stall. I just let the night unfold with all the stories left untold. I didn't lock the door, didn't need to ask for more. Left the porch light low and dim, not for hope, just on a whim. You know where I've been before, but still I didn't lock the door. Not every ending needs a sound. Some things just stop without a round. And if he comes back to my floor, well, maybe then I'll lock the door. No keys, no fight, no war, just me and an unlocked door. You dance with my song on your tongue, told the chorus like it still stung. You thought you heard the whole of me, but darling, I hold the key. You kissed the rhyme, you touched the line, you poured me slow just like the wine. But I kept verses tucked away for nights when words refused to stay. You traced the hook, you loved the sound, but never saw the truth unbound. You hummed along like you rehearsed, but baby, you don't know the last verse. You don't know the part I saved, the line that never misbehaved, the silence soft before it hurts, the part that bleeds in quiet spurts. You played your role for better or worse, but you don't know the last verse. You said I sang with every part, but you missed the rust inside my heart. I let you close, I let you near, but not inside where I keep fear. You saw the dress, the stage, the spark, but never how I dance in dark. You praise the fire, crave the rehearse, but never of me don't rhyme out loud. They stay beneath the smoke and shroud. And though you touch the song's soft skin, you never heard the part within. Now you tell them you knew me well, like you drank deep from every spell, but the ending lies where you never were. In silence, in stillness, the last verse I never slurred. You watch me all night from your chair, like hunger dressed in slick back hair. But sugar, watching ain't the same. And one in dawn entitled The Flame. You played it cool, you leaned in slow, called me trouble like I didn't know. Your glass was full, your game was tight, but I've seen charm in cheaper light. You said my name like it was yours, like he could open every door. But I've been touched without consent. Now I choose where my fire stands. Don't get to touch. You don't get the skin or such. You can look, you can ache, but I don't bend, I don't break. Desire don't mean much. Honey, you don't get to touch. My dress clings tight, but not for you. It's stitched with steel, not something new. I dance alone, I drink with grace. I leave men dizzy in their place. You said you'd stay, just one more song, but darling, I've been right too long. The heat you feel, it's not a sign, it's the glow of knowing what's still mine. You don't get to touch. You don't earn me with a hush. You can want, you can crave, but I'm not something you save. Admire me, but stay in clutch. 'cause baby, you don't get to touch. Let some girl fall for velvet lines, let her read into the signs, but I've outlived that kind of thrill. You want my warmth, but not my will. So sip your drink, remember me, the one you watched but couldn't see. You felt the heat, but not the hush, 'cause honey, you don't get to touch.